You are listening to the Think Yourself Confident podcast. It is fascinating how people know exactly what they should be doing, but yet sometimes they do the reverse. They listen to their negative self-talk and get stuck in their own limiting beliefs. In this show, you will learn how to find confidence and clarity so that you can unlock your full potential. Imagine making money from your passion or reaching that dream that you keep pushing on the back burner. Nathalie Plamondon-Thomas is an 8-time international No.1 Bestselling Author and founder of the Think Yourself Academy, offering leading-edge courses, coaching, trainings, keynotes, and business mentorship programs. Welcome to the Think Yourself Confident podcast. Here's your host.
Do you feel that you are constantly reinventing the wheel? I guess that in the world that we live in, change is very present all the time. There is no such thing as learning something once and then be done forever, because things continue to change. And as the world is changing a lot, we can potentially go into panic mode because there's so many changes all the time. It's going fast. And that's why I thought, maybe a change at work series would be beneficial. So I did mention in some previous blogs, I do a success audit with the corporations that I work with and the organizations. And there's a section on my audit that is dedicated to change because people don't like change. And it happens anyway. So we need to do something about this. So it's a 3-part series. In the first part, we're going to see why people don't like change. In the second part, we're going to see how to decrease resistance to change. So how can we increase the resilience, really, and decrease that resistance to change? And in the last part, I will give you a formula to thrive through change. So let's start right away with our first part. So why do people don't like change? So I will start with talking about metaprograms. The metaprograms are our internal drivers. So they are a series of different personality traits that build who we are. There's over 66 metaprogram. Shelley Rose Survey is the queen of metaprogram worldwide. My Bible is Words That Change Minds. I use this book all the time. In the work that I do with corporations as well, I work with about 16 different metaprograms. So the criteria, the time, the fact if a person is big picture or detail oriented. So there's many different kind of metaprograms. One of them is the decision factor. And the decision factor specifically is the one that is connected to change. There are 4 different types, if you'd like, and 80% of people prefer things to stay the same. So there's about a 5% of people that are saying, no, I don't like any change at all. I like everything to stay the same all the time forever. So that's a 5% of people. Now there's some people who their metaprogram for decision factor is sameness with exception. So this is 65% of people that have this metaprogram. So if you add up 5% plus 65, these people, they like things to stay the same with a few exceptions, okay? Then we've got 20% of people who like differences. They're like, oh yeah, bring it on. I want big changes. I'm open and willing, and I'm going to do everything that is different. I thrive with that. So these are the creators. These are the people that like change, and then they bring on the new things all the time. And then there's the other 4th type, which is sameness with exception and differences. So this is about a 10%. So these people like sameness with some differences and some exception. These people like sameness, the same thing, with a few exceptions. And these people are like same, and that's 5%. So these 3 together combined is 80% of people that don't like change. So why don't people like change? Because we are built for this. So let's look at what happens in the brain when a change happens. So change represents uncertainty, right? And uncertainty is threatening and is painful for the brain. So the brain's job is to keep us safe and keep us alive. And our brain really likes to classify things. So we have the dendrites at the end of our neurons here, and then they connect to create patterns. And our brain has over 7,000 billion neurological connection. So the brain likes orders. And if this happens, I know what to do. I go to this pathway, this pathway, this pathway. And the brain likes to do that. And when there's change, then we're resisting to it because there's part of the brain that says, what's going on? There's a change. I'm not liking that. That's the amygdala. So your amygdala gets into panic mode, and it sends you to fear, to flight, to fight. So you either get out of there or you either respond. And the key word here to know is that we are not liking it. We are in panic mode. The panic button is engaged, and our brain does not like this. It creates a painful experience. And there were studies that measured the type of pain stimuli that change would bring into the brain. It would be the same as if somebody had been punched in the face or broke a bone. So it is actually as painful as physical pain. And now in today's life, there's no more life-threatening situations mainly. So change for our ancestors meant that maybe they would not have food on the table to feed the family because they lived in the wild, and then they had to face the elements, and right, like our ancestors. Nowadays, small little changes are still perceived by the brain as if they were life-threatening situations. So that is very exciting, very interesting to know. So this is why we don't like change. We are hardwired to keep things the same. 80% of people like sameness as their primary, and some of them like a little bit of change. Some people like with some exceptions, but most people are hardwired to resist change. So that is why our brain actually wants things to stay the same. So next week, we'll talk about, in the second part of the Change at Work series, we'll talk about how to decrease resistance to change. I will see you there.
Free yourself from overthinking. Master 5 strategies to find inner peace. Our free guide offers 5 powerful strategies to help you break free from the chains of overthinking and discover a newfound sense of calm. Download it now at thinkyourself.com/stop overthinking and enjoy the confidence that will come with it.
Thanks for listening to the Think Yourself Confident podcast. If you heard something today that resonated with you, please connect with Nathalie at www.thinkyourself.com. And while you're there, make sure to download the 2-step proven technique for confidence, or book a free virtual coffee with Nathalie at www.thinkyourself.com/schedule. And remember to head over to iTunes and leave a 5-star review and share it with your friends. Let's spread the confidence around.